welcome back to Full On Football with these two chaps that, gosh, if you could hear what we were talking about in the breaks, you wouldn't believe it. The Hotel de Barton, you definitely want to get on there, don't
Definitely,
you? Yes,
definitely.
I can see your talents coming out in that one. Of course, guys, this is our Spotlight segment. We're able to focus on different areas of football. Yes, Aaron, you wanted to say something?
No, I thought I was a spotlight.
No. Well, yes, you are to a certain extent. But tonight we're actually focusing on a young man who's a very talented footballer. Look, he's progressed through all the pathways of football. He's played local league. He's progressed through to Sassy, represented Australia in the Joeys and the Young Socceroos. In 2006, he secured a contract with Hearts Football Club in Scotland and doing very well. A big full-on football welcome to Rocky Visconte. Welcome.
Hello, Nat.
Thanks a lot for coming in. Now, you're home for a little while, for a break. What's it like being home? Are you enjoying being home?
Yeah, I'm enjoying being home, seeing the family and all the friends, just catching up with everyone.
Now, as I said, you've been gone for some 2 years now. That's a long time to be away from home.
Yeah, it's a long time, but after my dad took me over there for a 2 weeks trial, and then he stayed with me for a month and just got me settled in, and I've just gotten used to it by now.
Now, of course, congratulations on getting the contract, because it's fantastic stuff. Now, of course, you were over there with Hearts Football Club, the heart and soul of Edinburgh, 3-year deal like Ryan McGowan got, and of course he was the best under-19s player of the year this year, so fantastic stuff on his behalf. But I wanted to ask you, was the move easier having Ryan there with you, so you could sort of have a bit of a friendship, and if you were homesick you sort of can relate to each other?
Yeah, well, before I moved over there, me and Ryan played in the Sassy team together for a year, and then even his brother Dixie, my second year there, I was with Dylan, so Ryan was always at the games and I saw him there, always caught up with him, and yeah, it made things easier.
Now, of course, how has it been for you playing over there? Now, a lot of people have said that the standard's not quite the same, or it's not a good standard. What were you like? What was your standard like when you went over there? Were you on par, or did you have to do a lot of work to get up to the par of their football standard there?
Well, when I first moved over there, I was training with the 19s, but for the first 3 or 4 weeks I played with the 17s. I had to prove myself there, and I did. Scored a few goals, played well, and then got introduced to the 19s. Played the first game, and it was I struggled a little bit, but then the next couple of games I played well, and ended up stealing my spot in the regular week.
Fantastic. Now, how have you been at that club? Have they accepted you very well? Have they looked after you? Now, mind you, that considering you've got to keep in mind that your club's going to be watching this DVD, are they looking after you? I guess that's the bottom line. Yep,
the junior coordinator there, John Murray, he's a very good man, looks after me well. He set me up with a family that looks after me. 2 boys there as well, the club's Darren Murray, so the coaches, Darren Murray, Steve Frail, both good guys look after you. The players there, they welcomed me, and very good guys to work with, train with.
And how are you handling the Scottish accent?
At first a little bit hard to understand, but I got used to it, and now I understand it quite well.
And of course I was on the website of Hearts, and they've got Hearts TV, their own TV program there. So have you featured on that? Because I know Ryan has.
Not featured like in the one-on-one interview, but they show the highlights of all the games, and you can see the highlights of all the under-19s, reserves, first team. They show it's pretty good. They keep the fans updated with everything that's going on. So.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The website was great. I had a look at it a couple of days ago just to get myself up with what you're doing, and it is a very good website. And I guess when you've got someone to be able to look after stuff like that, it's great. I want to ask you, how did you make the choice to leave Adelaide? Because how do you know that if you stay here, you're being limited with your football?
Well, at the time they didn't have the youth league they're introducing now with Adelaide United and all the A-League clubs. So with me, it was basically just going back to my local league team, or I got offered something with AIS, but obviously I saw the option was going overseas and just decided. So
were you with Croydon, or had you already gone to Sassy at that stage when you left?
I played for the Croydon. I was playing Croydon first, and I got picked up by Sassy, and that was when I found out that Hearts were interested. They needed a left-sided player.
Fantastic. Duane, did you want to say something? Or?
Oh, no, I was just going to go through with Rocky how he's gone. He obviously started with the 17s over there at Hearts, yeah?
Yep.
And from the 17s, impressed there, progressed to the 19s?
Yep.
Reserves, and now you're a regular in the reserves?
Well, like I said, when I first moved, I played 17s, then I played 19s, and in my first season there, I was doing quite well. played about 6 or 7 games after Christmas for the reserves, and then I got an injury after that, which I was out for the rest of the season, and basically I started playing again for the 19s in the new season this year, and just injuries basically stopped me, like sealing a spot.
And what's your contractual situation?
Contract, I signed a 3+2, and I've got 1 year left in my 3, and see what happens with the next 2.
And what happens with the +2? Do you make that decision to the club, or do you both come together and make a decision between you?
More the club, but I can have a say.
Okay, so at the end of this 3rd year, they could say you're not going to make it, so you head back to Australia?
Yep.
Which would obviously be good for Adelaide United, but not so good probably for your career where it is at the moment.
Well, times I've come back the last couple of times, the standard has gone up in Australia. I think it's good that introducing this youth league. It'll keep a lot of players from moving to overseas.
Now, I want to ask you, where do you want to go with your football? I mean, you're overseas now at the moment. Do you hope to be able to play for the Olympics for Australia, Socceroos, that sort of thing? I mean, I guess that's a stupid question. You probably would.
Yeah, I'd love playing for my country. I've always enjoyed playing for my country. Even though I'm overseas, and some people might think, oh, he doesn't worry about it, but I always love getting invites for playing for my country. Now,
I know that your family is very, very proud of what you've achieved, and it's been a hard road because this just doesn't come naturally. You've got to work hard to get where you are. There might be some players out there that are watching you and thinking, hey, you know, could I maybe do something like this? What can you suggest to them? What do they need to do to get there?
Just always work hard, stay committed as well. You see a lot of players that have good talent and then they just go off the tracks. Just make sure you fully concentrate on what you're doing and things will work out for you.
And most importantly, are you enjoying it?
Definitely, definitely.
Well, look, I have to say, look, thank you so much for popping in to see us here at Full On Football. I mean, I talk with your dad quite often at matches about how you're going and what you're experiencing and how it all is for you. So thanks a lot. I really appreciate you coming in, and I wish you all the very, very best with your future. I think Dwayne wants to say something before we go.
You've been hogging it. I just want one more question, please.
I know.
I just want to ask, is there anything else that you do besides, pardon the pun, but is it full-on football, or do you actually go to school? Have they set you up with a career outside of football, or is it fully just training and playing with Hearts?
Well, usually Monday, Wednesday we usually have double sessions. And then on the Wednesday they give us a day off, but they set us up with a college course. And at the moment I'm doing physiology and business studies. And then Thursday's usually a double, and then Friday we usually work out like tactics and that for the Saturday game.
Now, I know you were with Christian Brothers College. Did you do correspondence course over like internet or anything online?
I finished my year 11.
You did?
That was about it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Again, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Yep.
I wish you all the very, very best. Keep up the good work, and hopefully we might be able to catch up with you in the next couple of years and catch up with where you are at and what's happening.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks very much. Look, that was fantastic to talk to Rocky, and it's great to be able to have the opportunity to bring players like him on for you guys out there, our viewers, to see and find out what's happening with the future of football. So, yeah, fantastic stuff. And as I said, the only TV show in Adelaide that does it. Let's just not forget that.
Full on football.
Full on football. We're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up the show. So stick with us because you're watching Full On Football.
Here we go.